Afternoon, VC. Dave here. So I'm going to do something a little bit different here for end of year that I haven't done yet. I've already done a video for my favorite releases of the year and then my favorite reissues that I picked up this year. So these are going to be some of the better original pressings and the like that I found this year out and about. And so we started the year off, I was in repo, and right on New Year's Day, and found this in the new arrivals. Billie Holiday, Ray Ellis and his orchestra, Lady in Satin, original mono on Columbia, 6i. And this was, I don't know, maybe $6, something like that, maybe 8. I don't think it was even that much. In fantastic shape. I mean, unbelievable. So just a stunning record. Just a hauntingly beautiful voice on every track. And a good one for this time of year, really. So I was happy to find that to start the year off. Next, I was in Lunchbox, and he had just got a collection in, was going through it, and I saw this in the stack, and I was like, all right, we got to figure out what we're doing on price on this, and I ended up getting it for like $23. Max Roach, Members Don't Get Weary, original on Atlantic. Of course, compositions from Stanley Cowell, who just passed, beautiful piano player. And you got Gary Bartz on alto, Charles Tolliver on the trumpet here. This is one of Max's masterpieces. So that was a good timing find. Next is one picked up at Noble Records when I will go up there on Saturdays when he does his big drops. And I'm usually first in line. I live 8 miles door to door, so it's pretty convenient. That's Alice Coltrane Transcendence, a promo copy on Warner Brothers. One of the most beautiful pieces of music you're ever going to listen to in your life. My God, this one's up there in the Alice catalog for me. Yeah, just amazing musicians on this all throughout. Alice is something else on harp and keys. I tell you what. Next is one I picked up from Dusty Groove. And this is a label. It's hard to find. I think this is the only one I have on Fontana. It's the New York Contemporary 5 Consequences. This is a Japanese first pressing. So this sounds just remarkable. Fantastic lineup. Don Cherry on trumpet, Archie Shepp on sax, John Chikai on sax. J.C. Moses and Don Moore round out the lineup in the rhythm section. And yeah, I love these covers. Hoping to find some more of those next year from Fontana. Next is probably one of my biggest finds from Carolina Soul this year. They always deliver for me. This is Anthony Williams' Lifetime, an original mono promo on Blue Note. Probably the pinnacle of my Blue Note collection now. So it's DJ's copy stamp, belonged to a radio station, WCFL. I forget where that is out of, but yeah, Blue Note 4180. And this will be one that comes up in the Blue Note project. Sam Rivers tenor, Bobby Hutcherson on vibes, Herbie Hancock piano, Gary Peacock's on bass, who we recently lost also. Richard Davis plays some bass on this too. Brilliant avant-garde record. Next is one that came courtesy of Chris Cole. He was taking a break from the VC, probably needed break from social media. So we're all behind you, man. Take your time, and we'll see you again soon, I'm sure. That's Xenakis, Metastasis, Pitheprachta, and Yanta are the compositions here. Fantastic avant-garde classical record. And yeah, Chris was kind enough to reach out to me. He works at Record Wonderland in the Chicago area, and got this to me. Original France pressing. Just fantastic stuff. Next came from another VC member, Mr. Tom Mako, Polish Mafia out of Connecticut. That's John Coltrane, Interstellar Space on Impulse, original. This is a grail for me. This is my favorite John Coltrane record. Just him and Rashid Ali duo here, just to the heavens is where they go with this. Just fantastic. Next, another one from Dusty Groove. Sat there for weeks, which I couldn't believe, and I finally got enough scratch to pick this up. New Directions in Modern Music from the Rashid Ali Quartet on the Survival Records label, Rashid's own label. I think Carlos Ward is here. Man, fantastic find. Next, I got this from a member of the one of my Facebook groups. Another one of the rarest I've found. This is Sun Ra and his Solar Orchestra, Secrets of the Sun on El Saturn, one of the most iconic Sun Ra covers. This is extremely hard to find. This is not the first press, but the second press, or at least second labels. This is just great Sun Ra right here. And speaking of Sun Ra, we've got the Sun Ra Quartet, Other Voices, Other Blues, featuring John Gilmore on the Horrell Records label out of Italy. More great stuff. Double record. This came courtesy of Mr. Belson Record Bug, Massachusetts. Next, another one from Carolina Soul. It's Horace Andy Skylarking on the Studio One label out of Jamaica, early stereo press. One of my favorite records that I've found ever. One of my favorite musicians, Horace Andy, just brilliant vocals, unique, great guitar player, fantastic reggae. This is just all the way through, just fantastic stuff. Next, picked this up from a seller in Philly, and I can't remember how he's got an eBay page, and I can't remember the name of it, but Sonny Murray's Untouchable Factor, Apple Cores on the Philly Jazz label, original. Great photo of New York there. Big lineup, great players, Don Pullen on piano, Arthur Blythe alto, Hamiet Blewett baritone, Cecil McBee bass, just to name a few. Of course, the great Sonny Murray on drums. Beautiful stuff on this. Next is one from Matt out in LA. I got a lot of stuff from him early on during the pandemic because he had to close shop and was just selling online. Closed his record store out in LA. Gilberto Gil, Luvacchio, original on Philips from Brazil. Not something you see every day. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Guitar playing, singing. Major grail here. This one's shot up in value recently. Sun Ra Languidity on Philly Jazz, also foil cover. It's a big one for the collection. And my favorite Sun Ra record, I have the red vinyl reissue also. John Gilmore, Marshall Allen, everybody on this is just amazing. This is just dope grooves throughout. Next is one I got from Teddy. This is Steve Reich, Music for 18 Musicians. The ECM Records label, original. This is a record I could listen to every day for the rest of my life. This is just a stunning piece of work, just beautiful, all the way through on this too. Oh man, that's a very unique piece. Love that. Next was a grail I got from Sweden, and cheaply too. I couldn't believe I got this. It's on the Incus label out of the UK. The Topography of the Lungs from Evan Parker, Derek Bailey, and Hunt Bennick. Iconic cover. Second press, I believe. Still very, very hard to find. Just I was ecstatic when I was able to get this. It took a while to get here. I mean, a long time, but because of the pandemic and all. But it got here. Next, Kieran's friend. I forget his name, but he had shown some records on a video, and I picked up a couple of them from his recommendations. Baden Powell Avantade is a beautiful Brazilian guitarist. Record on Elenco, original. Next, another one from Matt in LA, probably the rarest African record I got from him. Clément G. Monet, Money Makes Man Mad on the Nitrophone Records label out of Nigeria. Great African record. Beat cover record is in pretty good shape. Excited about this one. This was, God, more than a third off of what these go for. So that was a really cool find. Next is one that I picked up from Luke at Tip Top. He had gone to Colombia with his wife before the pandemic and brought back a bunch of records, and this was one of them. This is original Columbia pressing on egg. Tim Blake, Crystal Machine. Brilliant electronic record. This has been reissued recently too. I recommend picking it up. Colombian pressing, very strange, but he sold it to me for a really good deal. It's worth like 4 times the amount, so this is a cool find. Another one from Permanent out in LA. Moolah, Woe Ye Demons Possessed, original. This came out in '74, private press. Signed by Maurice the Archer and Walter the Lion. Some wild psychedelic stuff. Really, really good record. This was not cheap, but they had 2 copies sealed, so I had to grab that. Next one that was inspired by Sherv, channel Julius Jabbar. He turned me on to this guy, Fred Anderson, the Missing Link. Great Chicago musician. Plays tenor here, and you got Hamid Drake on the drums. Fantastic drummer. This is moved up there into one of my favorite jazz records. This is just a fucking awesome record. 84 Nessa Records. They put out Early Art Ensemble of Chicago. And Chris Cole and I were able to help Sherv pick up a copy himself from Record Wonderland, so that was kind of cool. Next is getting away from jazz just for a second. An original of Unwound, New Plastic Ideas, great band from the Pacific Northwest. Their bass player just passed, and this was a cool find. Unwound originals are very hard to find now. In that early time frame when Nirvana came out and the like, I think they were better though. Just personal preference. Great band. Great guitars, great singing. One of the best female drummers out there in rock at the time. This was a grail. Another one from Permanent. Maurice McIntyre, Humility in the Light of the Creator on Delmark. So I think a second pressing of this. In great shape. Iconic cover. Malachi Favors on bass here. Yeah, that was a great find. Next, Pharoah Sanders, Lovin' Us All on Impulse. Probably my favorite Pharoah record. This is just stunningly beautiful all the way through. This is, if you want to dip your toes in spiritual jazz, you're not going to get any better than this. Man, wow. Next was one from England that I got. Tony Allen with Afrobeat 2000, Never Expect Power Always. I love this record. There's 2 tracks aside, 12-inch, and then a dub version of each track. The dub versions are just sick. And of course, Tony Allen, who was the creator of Afrobeat from Fela's group. That was a cool find. Hard to find. The next 2 came from Alex Motor 247. These are fucking really cool. Bad Brains, Rock for Light, original PEC. And Bad Brains, self-titled. This one's on Dutch East India Trading. This had come out on cassette first, years prior, but this is one of the first vinyl releases of it right here. And so, yeah, thanks again to Alex on these. Iconic DC punk. Those are fun records. Next, another one from Record Bug. Africa Must Be Free by 1983 by Hugh Mundell. This is an essential for anybody into reggae. Great record all the way through. Next one that Jim at Channel Rufus did a video on this artist that was just amazing, and then Shure just kind of backed up the hype, and I had to start looking for something from this guy, and I finally found one. Difficult records to get. This is Farouk Zebay with Northwoods Improvisers, Infa. And, just a great sax player. This is on the Cubico Records. This is really cool. Mike Gilmore vibes. Just beautiful playing on this. That was a cool find. Just a couple more here. I got Sonny Murray, Homage to Africa. Not that rare of a record, but it is a BYG Actuel original and the third in the series. And I don't have very many BYG Actuel records from France in this form, so another one from Tip Top. Great drummer, Sonny Murray. Last but not least, this is a stunning record. Tiquinho Tocando, original Brazilian record on Philips. Phenomenal guitar. Absolutely unbelievably wicked guitar. Great record. Another one from Matt in LA. And then I've got just a few of the rare 7-inches I picked up. Of course, Black Flag, Thirsty and Miserable on Unicorn Records SST. And on the back it says, let's see here, in appreciation of all the support from Black Flag fans and Licorice Pizza Inc. Licorice Pizza was a record store in San Fran. This is recorded live at Target. San Fran, it says. And yeah, you got Thirsty and Miserable, which is on Damaged. And then the B-side is Life of Pain. I dig the A-side better, but of course, Dylan found two of these stuck together in an attic, which was crazy, as is one of the rarest punk records from Black Flag you can find. That was really cool to find that. I guess it was a giveaway at the record store, and maybe only like 700 or so were made, and then the ones they didn't give out they threw away. So next was Horace Andy, See a Man's Face single on Sight and Sound. Original Jamaica 7-inch. That one was that's a great song from Horace Andy, great reggae track. This is Greg Mionda on the Zambezi label from Zambia from early 80s. So the iconic Zamrock label. This one's not even on Discogs. I haven't gotten around to putting it up on Discogs. Extremely rare Zambian music right there. Then we got John Coltrane, Blue Train, parts 1 and 2, original 7-inch. That was a really cool find. It's not expensive or anything, but Blue Note 7-inches, I just don't find them very often. And then an Impulse promo 7-inch of Yusef Lateef Quintet, Sister Mamie, parts 1 and 2. I got this from Permanent. As you can see their logo on there. And Impulse 7-inches aren't the easiest to find. This was a great deal compared to what they go for. And this is on Live at Peps. Has the sick bass opening. Those are some of my best finds of the year. I hope you enjoyed that. Everybody take care. Peace.